It's often desirable to tank mix products to save time and money. What I want to show you today is a method for evaluating various products in a tank mix to make sure that they're compatible. Now, oftentimes the product label will tell you which products you can tank mix it with, and they may even tell you which products you should not tank mix it with. But there'll be times when you have other products you want to apply at the same time that aren't listed on the label, either prohibited or allowed. And in order to use those, we recommend that you perform a jar test first to find out if the products are compatible with each other. What I want to show you is a simple jar test, and we're also going to use an acronym that helps us remember mixing order of the various types of products. This acronym is the word WALES, W-A-L-E-S. And those letters stand for the following products and operations. First of all, we have wettable products. That's what the W stands for. These are wettable solids. We have granules in this case, and a wettable powder in this case. Sometimes the wettable powders will come in water-soluble packets. They're just placed in the tank, they dissolve and release the either wettable powder or a granule. And if you do need to do a tank mix compatibility test with a water-soluble packet, we recommend that you cut open one corner of it and apply the appropriate amount in the jar. The A in the word whale stands for agitate. After you put the dry products into the spray tank solution, we want to have some agitation. Then we can go to the liquid products. The L stands for liquid concentrates, and these are products like this one that have suspended solids. It may be just a wettable powder that's suspended in a formulation to make it easier to mix and handle. But these solids we have to watch for to make sure they don't precipitate out of the tank mix solution. Next we have the E, which is emulsifiable concentrates. These are pure solutions. They generally have an emulsifier in them, so they form a cloudy, milky appearance when they're poured into the spray tank or into our test jar. And then finally we add adjuvants such as surfactants or wetting agents. And this is just an example of a surfactant. These are generally all pure solutions. Now, I'd like to show you the procedure using the proper mixing order, and then we'll take another jar, mix them in the reverse order, and see if we encounter any problems due to mixing order. We'll start with our wettable granules. I recommend that we add 1 teaspoonful of each of these products to a pint of water. If we find that we're incompatible with a teaspoon of each product, you can go back and apply the exact ratio that you're going to use in your spray tank. Sometimes that resolves the compatibility, but I find in my experience that if it doesn't work using a teaspoon of each, it's probably a true incompatibility. It's time to cap the jar and agitate. Shake the jar vigorously. See, we're not quite there yet. Some of the wettable materials take a significant amount of agitation to get them to go into solution or to be suspended. That's why it's important to have good agitation on your spray tank. Okay, this one's getting close. Okay, that one is almost completely in solution. Next we'll add our other solid, in this case a wettable powder. 1 teaspoonful. We'll cap it and agitate. We always agitate after the addition of each solid formulation. Okay, looks like these two products are compatible with each other at this point. Let's start adding the liquids. Our product that stands for the acronym letter L is a liquid concentrate. This has suspended solids in it. We don't need to cap the jar as we add the liquids, we'll just stir. Next are E, Emulsifiable Concentrate. And finally our adjuvant, which is a surfactant in this case. Let's stir those up. Cap it. Shake vigorously to simulate a good agitation in the spray tank. Now my first look at this is good. I don't see any separation of the products into layers, and I don't see any solids accumulating on the bottom. But it's always a good idea to let the jar sit for 30 minutes at least, and then come back and look at it and make sure things are still well mixed and not separating out. Okay, let's look and see what happens when we mix these components in the reverse order. We'll start with our surfactant. Next, go to our emulsifiable concentrate. Then our liquid concentrate. I already see some potential problems here. Our liquid concentrate is just clumped at the bottom. It's possible that agitation will take care of that.
Put that liquid jar back in the middle.
Next, we'll add one of our solids, the wettable powder. And let's shake that. Okay. And finally, let's look at the granules. And we'll shake that vigorously. At this point it's looking pretty good. Even though that liquid concentrate clumped early on, it looks like it's gone into solution. But let's let it stand for a while and come back maybe in a half hour and see if it still looks good. This degree of separation may be acceptable if you have good agitation in your tank, but it looks suspicious to me. It looks like a clear incompatibility when the mix order is done improperly. So we need to remember to use the WHALES acronym, mix our products in the right order to achieve optimum compatibility.